Well, hello and welcome to the Spirit Safe. My name's Rob. Thank you very much indeed for joining me. And it's another affordable Scotch single malt. It is the Benromach 10-year-old. It's the first time we've had a Benromach on the channel. It's not the first time I've tried a Benromach, but the only other one I've tried, except an earlier bottle of this actually, is it was one of the earlier versions of the organic Benromach many years ago, probably upwards almost 20 years ago now. And I wasn't particularly impressed with it, but then my knowledge wasn't that good. So now the relaunched, refreshed 10-year-old Benromach. This, I believe, will be the 85th Scotch single malt distillery we've featured on the channel. So this is bottled actually at 43% ABV. It is natural colour. It doesn't mention chill filtration, so we probably have to assume that it is chill filtered. It's owned by Gordon and MacPhail, this distillery, and this bottle retails at a nice 70 Canadian dollars in British Columbia. The packaging has recently changed, and I have to say, it's sort of growing on me. I think using white and red as a colour scheme it's sort of more the bailiwick of the vodka companies, and it's bright red inside this carton here. It's a nice simple carton, feels good quality, but using this pillar box red I think is a little bit it's closer to what the vodka market does than the Scotch market, so it does stick out on the shelves. I can't claim to love it, but at least it's trying to be slightly bold. This, it makes a point of telling us that this is entirely first fill casks. It does mention sherry, but it doesn't say it's exclusively sherry. I did question, is there any kind of wine casks in there? Probably not first fill wine casks, but when nosing this, you know, I'm picking up some kind of unusual fortified wine notes other than sherry. So maybe it has other cask types in it other than bourbon and sherry, but it is all first fill. It does have a little bit of smoke on the nose as well. They use lightly peated malt on this. Yeah, it's fruit, sherry, a light smoke there. It is malty. Baked apple and pear, some wood smoke, barbecue smoke maybe, fragrant woods, a little bit of malt extract, which is leaning towards an umami note. It has, and this is going to sound odd, a pleasant rubberiness, which has gone down since as the bottle is going down, but almost like tennis ball type rubberiness or squash ball rubberiness. I don't find it unpleasant, but it's obviously the first fill casks here that there is a little bit of that sulphury kind of rubberiness. Cloves, candied pineapple, fresh mint, pink peppercorns, a waxiness to it, a little bit of wintergreen, citrus, cherry menthol and honey. So it's a busy nose. Palate, it's juicy, but it's also dry, a little bit smoky and meaty. A very full palate and much more viscosity than you would expect from a 43% ABV whiskey. I was drinking this and assuming that it's 46 or above, but it's just 43. Something savoury in there, a smoked meat, sweet fruits, confectionery, that little bit of peat, which is apparent on the palate actually and on the finish. It's got a bit of spice, some nice heavy sugars in there, figs, a warm pineapple. It's got a syrupy mouthfeel, but a little prickle of alcohol there. Let's add a little bit of water. It is at 43%, so we're not going to go mad. Half a teaspoonful. Honey and lemon starting to come out. A little bit of peat, some mint, breath mints, fisherman's friend type mints. Rounded off the oak note now, so that rubberiness has definitely gone. Barley sugar, a Highland malt. It is a speyside whiskey, but it's on the border of the Highland, and it's more a Highland malt, more of a robust malt. Apple, fresh ginger, gingerbread, cigars, stewed rhubarb. Palate with a little bit of water rounds it off so much. Much better with a drop of water actually. Sweet and sour, malty, fruity, some spices coming through. Lots more honey. And just on the tongue, it now taking on a honey sort of texture. Still that little bit of peat and some pineapple and other exotic fruits, or I guess tropical fruits. Lots more pineapple on the nose now. The finish, stewed black tea, cigar box, citrus peel, barbecue sauce, cinnamon, pickling spices, cappuccino. And even though there's not a lot of peat there, there is that just little bit of ashiness to the finish as well. So this is a very muscular malt, and it does punch above its weight in two ways. It punches above its weight for the price, only $70. This is cheaper than Glenlivet 12, and it punches above its weight in terms of its ABV. It drinks more like a 46 or above with that viscosity, with that extra flavour. It's not a subtle whiskey though, it's entirely first fill. It's fairly young at 10 years. So if you're somebody who likes robust single malts and you're looking for something that's an affordable regular pour, I think this is an excellent choice. If you prefer very light whiskies, then this is probably not the one to go for. But it is an excellent pour for people who like robust single malts that are quite sort of assertive in that way. Anyway, I have very much enjoyed this, and I do recommend it if you can get it for the sort of price that I paid. And I think we will be having more Benromachs on the channel because it's a good distillery and it's one that I've waited a bit too long to get back into. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the review and look forward to seeing you again soon. Cheers, goodbye.